Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be Resimulating Survivor 46. Now I will say I am not feeling that great today. I'm I have a cold. And a cough. So if I end up coughing throughout the video, that's just be warned about that. And yeah, so I guess we're doing 46 today. Now I really liked doing the season 45 episode, and I didn't even do that well view-wise, so that was kind of sad, even though I thought it was genuinely the best episode, so, yeah. So if you're coming here to watch this one, if it gets recommended to you, maybe try and watch the 45 one. I don't know. I think it's pretty fun, so, yeah. Anyways, let's do this. Yeah. Survivor 46. I'm probably not going to be as enthusiastic for this one, because, yes, I am sick. Alright, Nami wins reward. They win pot, machete, and flint. And as loser is Siga and Yanni, who must complete Savvy or Sweat challenge to earn its supply. Furthermore, Siga will get to choose their preferred task, leaving Yanu with the other task. Siga chooses the Savvy task. Two members will solve a word search to find the key to a combination lock. Siga tribe chooses Ben and Mariah. They successfully open the combination lock and earn Siga its supplies. And Yanu must do the sweat challenge. Two members will have to use leaky buckets to fill two giant ceramic pots. They choose Q and Jelensky, and they fail. Okay, why are they just... They did it in the actual season. Is that, coincidence? I don't know. Alright, Journey. You got Jem, Jessica, and Randon. Jem and Jess Bond. And Randon leaves a good impression. 3 representatives are told to draw a card. Each card has a picture on each of either a torch, a vote, or a skull. The person who draws the torch card will have to guess which of the other 2 players have the vote card. If they pick correctly, they and the vote card holder will win an advantage. The skull card holder would lose their vote at their next tribal council. If they pick incorrectly, they and the vote card holder lose their votes. The skull card holder wins the advantage. Alright, Randon choosing the torch card. He guesses that Jem has the vote card. Randon is correct, so he and Jem both win advantages. It is an extra vote, which can be secretly used to place an extra vote at tribal council. And Jess loses her vote. Alright, Siga and Nami win immunity, rather. Yanni is heading to tribal. Oh my goodness, are they just going to vote up Jelensky? Probably. Hunter and Soda bond strongly. Venus has a major meltdown. Yep, that sounds about right. Soda and Heaven have a minor disagreement. Ben finds the Siga Beware advantage. This is a hidden immunity item, but it is locked inside a box. The key to unlock the box is hidden somewhere on the camp. The location would be revealed only upon the tribe's next immunity challenge loss. If it is not converted to a whole idol by the time the finder makes the merge, the Beware advantage is forever dead. Ben has, so yeah, okay, whatever. Jim has an extra vote as well. Mariah and Tim find something in common. It has a lasting impact. Alright. Tiffany finds Beware Advantage. Same thing. Yeah. Jess has lost her vote at the National Council, so Tiffany has the Beware Advantage. Bonu has a major meltdown. Jess and Q. Obviously, Bonu has a major meltdown. Jess and Q have bond strongly. Jolinski has a major meltdown. Kenzie rests at camp to restore energy. And then Tribal Council. So Jess and Tiffany both lost their votes. So yeah. All right, first vote. Jess, Tiffany, Jess is voted out of the game. All right. All right. So Bonu, Jelinski, and Kenzie all voting for Jess there. Q voting for Tiffany. All right. Yeah. All right. Hunter finding the Beware Advantage. Same deal. Has the extra vote power. Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm not talking as loudly as I do in the other episodes. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Immunity challenge. Sega wins immunity. They keep the flint and win the fishing kit. Yanu also winning the immunity. They also win the fishing kit and they earn their flint. So Nami is heading to Tribal Council and they surrender their flint. Hunter finds the key and unlocks the idol. He successfully converts the idol, Nami Tribe Beware Advantage, into the idol, into the Nami Tribe Hidden Immunity Idol. Liz and Venus bond slightly. Randon has a major meltdown. Interesting. Mariah has a major meltdown. Ben and Mariah have a minor disagreement. It has a lasting impact. Alright, so Yanu, Tiffany has a major meltdown, and Bonu and Q bond slightly. So Nami Tribal Council. So Randon uses his extra vote. Alright. Hunter uses his shot in the dark. Liz also uses her shot in the dark. Liz is not safe. Hunter is not safe. Alright. This is kind of interesting. Let's see what happens. Alright, so Hunter. Liz is vote. Okay. Well, that's interesting, I guess. Liz is out of the game. So Randon voting for Liz, Soda voting for Liz, Tevin voting for Liz, Venus voting for Hunter, and Randon voting for Liz. Oh, well, he used his extra vote, remember, so, yeah. Alright, yeah, episode 3 here. Kaiser Rising knows no alliances yet. Nami ain't winning immunity. They also win the toolkit and tarp. Yanu winning immunity as well, and they keep their toolkit. Or they win a toolkit and tarp, and they also keep their flint. And then Sega is heading to Tribal Council. For coming in first place, Nami can select one member to attend the journey. Nami chooses Tevin. Tevin can choose one player from each of the other tribes to join him. He chooses Maria, yep, and Bonu. So, there we go. Alright, so Tevin, Maria, and Bonu are on the journey here. Bonu and Maria are... Sorry, Maria. Bonu and Maria bond. Tevin keeps to himself. The 3 representatives are told to draw a rock. The 2 who draw blue rocks will compete for an advantage. Whoever draws the white rock will return to camp with nothing. Banu draws the white rock and returns to camp. Tevin and Maria must retrieve puzzle pieces and then assemble them into a cube to win an advantage. Failure to complete the challenge in the allotted time will result in losing a vote at next tribal council. Tevin successfully completes the challenges and wins the advantage. It is a vote stopper, which can be secretly used to stop another castaway's vote. At tribal council. Maria fails to complete the challenge and loses her vote. Alright, so Tevin has a vote stopper. Brandon and Venus bond slightly as lasting impact. Ben finding the key and unlocking his idol there. So the Sega Beware advantage is now a Sega Hidden Immunity idol. Ben and Charlie have a major fight as a lasting impact. That's interesting. Maria is medically evacuated from the game due to an injury. Alright. Badu and Kenzie have a major fight. Tribal Council is cancelled, so Maria's gone. Because of the Maria medevac. Alright, episode 4. Okay. Alright, reward challenge. Nami wins reward. 10 fish and a bamboo stove. Yanu tribe wins the reward. They win 5 fish. It's 1 for each of them. Nami tribe wins immunity. They keep the flint. Yanu tribe wins immunity. They keep their flint. Sega still does not have flint. Alright, so Hunter and Randon find something in common. Ben and Mariah finding something in common. It has a lasting impact. And the first alliance of the game is formed with Mariah and Tim. Strength 7 in episode 4, guys. Jelinski has a major meltdown. Jelinski and Tiffany bond strongly. Alright, Sega Tribal Council here. First, Ben using his shot in the dark here, and it lands on not safe. Alright, are the votes? Alright, Charlie, Ben. Charlie's out of the game. Oh dear. Charlie probably wouldn't be on 50 in this world. Anyways, so Charlie voting for Ben, and Jem, Mariah, and Tim all voting for Charlie there. Okay. I like how it's going a little back and forth. That's a little nice. I like that. Alright, Yanu winning immunity. They win pastries and fruit. And Nami wins immunity. Nothing I got. No reward for them. So Sega going back to tribal. For coming in first place, the Yanu tribe can select one member to attend the journey. Yanu choosing Q. Q can choose one player from each of the other tribes to join him on the journey. Chooses Venus and Ben. Alrighty, so the journey here we have Ben, Q, and Venus do not interact much. 3 representatives must nominate one person to complete an advantage based on their survivor knowledge. The other 2 who will return to camp with nothing. Q is nominated to complete the challenge to compete for an advantage. Ben and Venus return to camp. Q must sort 20 survivor logos in order of their season's air date to win in an advantage. Failure to complete the challenge is in the allotted time will result in losing a vote at next tribal council. Q successfully completing the challenges and wins the advantage. It is a safety without power, which can be used to leave tribal council without placing a vote. I still can't I still don't know how Hunter couldn't do that in the actual season. Yeah. All right. Soda and Tevin find something in common. It has a lasting impact. Hunter and Randon find something in common. It also has a lasting impact. Ooh, a new alliance forming a strength six of Hunter, Soda, and Tevin. So that's cool. Tim is impressing the rest of the team. Jem joins this alliance of Mariah, Tim. So it's now a 3-person alliance. And it's strength 9, so that's pretty cool. Or at least the original one is strength 9. Alright, Jelinsky and Tiffany find something in common. Tiffany is injured, but gets treated and can stay in the game. Alright, Siga Trouble. Jem using her extra vote. Tim uses shot in the dark, and it lands on not safe. Ben uses his idol, and he votes cast against Ben and will not count. Are the votes? First vote. Ben does not count. Ben does not count. Ben does not count. Tim is voted out of the game. Alright, so Jem, Mariah, and her extra vote, Jem's extra vote. So Jem and Mariah vote for Ben with the extra vote, Jem's extra vote. So that's 3 votes against Ben, but they were all negated because of the idol. So Tim was voted out by Ben there. All right. Episode 6. Siga's kind of getting low on people. This is a strength 4. That's funny. Is there anything on this one? This is strength 6 still. Oh, fucking internet is actually shit today. The twist. Oh my god, this internet is actually terrible today. Oh my god. Come on, I'm actually liking this so far. I don't want to start over. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking have a heart. Okay. So yeah, I think like this alliance is definitely gonna break up. I don't know how Jem just joined. Alright, so Tiffany has Beware Advantage. When the tribe is instructed to drop their bus, she receives a clue to the location of the key. Tiffany finds the key and unlocks the idol. It becomes a Beware Advantage. It converts the Yano Beware Advantage into the Yano Hidden Immunity Idol. Alright, so yeah, we get Merge. Or Mergatory, I guess. Oh my god. My nose started running out of nowhere. Alright, the final 13 will be divided into 2 teams of 6 by a random draw. The odd person out must predict which team will win for immunity. One team will win individual immunity, a spot in the Merge, and the Merge Feast. All players will attend Tribal Council, and only members of the losing team are eligible to be voted out. Alright. Okay, so we have the 2 teams here. Team 1 is Banu, Hunter, Kenzie, Soda, Tiffany, and Venus. And Team 2 is Ben, Jelinsky, Mariah, Q, Randon, and Kevin. Alright, and Jem is the odd person out. She chooses Team 2. Team 2 wins immunity and a spot on the Merge Tribe and the Merge Feast. Jem also winning there, getting that as well. Okay. Alright, Tevin has a major meltdown. Hunter and Soda have a major fight. This alliance dissolves. So, yep. And a new alliance forms. of Hunter, Jem, and Randon at strength 7. Our Tribal Council. Let's see what happened. Devin uses vote stopper power on Randon. Randon can no longer vote. Bonnie uses a shot in the dark. It's not safe. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Alright. Soda. Bonu. Soda. Bonu. Bonu's out of the game. Alright. It's a Ben voting for Bonu, Jelinski voting for Bonu, Hunter voting for Soda, Jem voting for Soda, Kenzie voting for Bonu, Mariah voting for Bonu, Q voting for Bonu, Soda voting for Bonu, Tevin voting for Soda, Tiffany voting for Bonu, Venus voting for Soda. Alright, there you go. Nui is what they call their tribe name. Alright. Alright, we have split tribal twists here. Alright, so team 1 is Ben, Hunter, Mariah, Soda, Tevin, Tiffany. Team 2 is Jelinski, Jem, Kenzie, Q, Randon, and Venus. Kenzie wins immunity. Hunter wins immunity and reward for his team. The reward is coffee and pastries. Alright, Jem and Random bond slightly. Hunter leaves this alliance here. And Kenzie works hard at camp, becomes tired. Hunter and Tiffany have a major fight. An alliance of Ben, Mariah, and Tiffany forms at strength 6. Alright, Q uses safety without power advantage. Good for him. Q leaves tribal. He is no longer voting. Oh my god. My nose is like running like crazy. Jem uses a shot in the dark and will not vote. Jem has used the shot in the dark. She reveals it's not safe. Alright, the votes. Jelinski, Jem. It's a tie, revo, blah blah blah. Jelinski, Jem, Jelinski. So, alright, consensus between the voters must be reached to eliminate Jelinski or Jem. If not, Random and Venus will have to draw rocks. A consensus is not reached. Random and Venus draw rocks. Random draws normal color rock and is safe, while Venus draws the odd color rock and is out of the game. Aw, that's sad. I like Venus. And she's not even on the jury. God damn it. Yeah. Alright, so Jelinski voting for Jem both times. Kenzie voting for Jelinski both times. Randon voting for Jelinski both times. And Venus voting for Jem, and she voted for Jem on the revote as well. But yeah, so Venus out of the game, and there's another tribal council here. Soda and Tevin both use shot in the dark. Soda lands on not safe. Tevin's lands on not safe. Alright, Tiffany uses her idol on Ben. And who goes against Ben will not count. Alright, the votes. Tevin. Soda. Tevin. Tevin is voted out of the game. Alright, so Ben voting for Tevin. Hunter voting for Soda. Mariah voting for Tevin. Tiffany voting for Tevin. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go clear my nose before I move on to the next episode 8 here. So, BRB. Alright. Episode 8. Let's try to speed this up a bit, maybe. Because this is kind of taking a while. Yeah. Got all these alliances going on. This one's strength 9. So, yeah. Jelinski wins immunity. But they also have the rights to negotiation. But, yeah, so... Alright, so, yeah. Alright, so Jelinski wins immunity there. Jelinski finds Heil. Good for him. Q and Random have a minor disagreement. Mariah is impressing the rest of the team. And this alliance of Jelinski, Soda, and Tiffany forms. Big Trouble Council. Are the votes? Kenzie, Soda, Hunter, Soda, Kenzie, Hunter, Soda, Kenzie is out of the game. So the winner of the season, out of the game. There we go. Final 10. Alright. So Ben voting for Hunter, Jelinski voting for Kenzie, Hunter voting for Soda, Jem voting for Soda, Kenzie voting for Hunter, Mariah voting for Hunter, Q voting for Kenzie, Random voting for Soda, Soda voting for Kenzie, Tiffany voting for Kenzie there. So yeah, that's weird. Tiffany voting for Kenzie in the actual season. They were like ride or dies almost. Yeah. Got these alliances going on. We have the immunity challenge. We got the teams. I don't care about the teams. These are the 3 teams, guys. This team of Hunter, Jem, Brandon, and Randon advance to stage 2. Ben, Q, and Soda advance to stage 2. And Hunter, Jem, and Randon advance to the final stage. Randon wins immunity there. There we go. Alright. Q and Hunter have a major fight. It's a lasting impact. Alright. Q using his shot in the dark. There we go. It lands on not safe. Hunter uses his idol. Any votes cast against Hunter will not count. I'll read the votes. Hunter doesn't count. Hunter doesn't count. Hunter doesn't count. Q. Soda. Q. Q is voted out of the game. There we go. Q's out. Alright, Ben voting for Q. Jelinski voting for Hunter. Hunter voting for Q. Jem voting for Soda. Mariah voting for Q. Randon voting for Soda. Soda voting for Hunter. And Tiffany voting for Hunter. There you go. Alright, episode 10. Final 8 there. Yeah. This is our strength 8. So this line's kind of going down a bit. But it's fine. But they're still pretty tight, I would assume. Right? Ben wins reward, shares it with Mariah, Tiffany, and Jem. Ben shares the reward with the 3 other castaways there. They win a overnight stay at the Survivor Sanctuary, where the winner enjoy Applebee's. Liz is out of the game, right? It doesn't matter. It wouldn't even matter. Alright, they do the race negotiation. But you can do the individual portion of race. So Ben and Mariah set out for that one. Soda wins immunity, though. Alright, Ben and Jelinski find something in common. Ben and Mariah bond slightly as lasting impact. Hunter is impressing the rest of the team. And Soda leads this alliance here. Okay. Tribal Council. Jelinski using his shot in the dark. Lands on safe. Any votes cast against Jelinski will not count. Or the votes. Jelinski doesn't count. Jelinski doesn't count. Jelinski doesn't count. Hunter. Randon's out of the game. Alright, so Ben voting for Randon, Hunter voting for Jelinski, Jem voting for Jelinski, Mariah voting for Randon Brandon voting for Jelinski, Soda voting for Randon, Tiffany voting for Hunter. Final 7. Jelinski and Tiffany, their alliance now strength 9. So I guess it maybe just wanted Tiffany out of they just wanted Soda out of that alliance. Jelinski wins immunity. He also wins pizza. Shares the reward with Tiffany and Ben. Mariah and Soda bond slightly. Ben and Jem bond slightly as lasting impact. Tribal Council. Hunter. Soda out. Alright, Ben voting for Soda, Jelinski voting for Soda, Hunter voting for Soda, Jem voting for Soda, Mariah voting for Soda, Soda voting for Hunter, Tiffany voting for Soda. It was unanimous. Alright, Jem wins reward, shares it with Mariah and Ben. It is Chinese takeout and letters from home. Ben wins immunity. Jelinski and Mariah find something in common. Tiffany leaves this alliance. Interesting. And this alliance of Ben, Hunter, and Jem forms. At strength 6. Alright. Jelinski uses his idol. Alright. Jelinski doesn't count. Jelinski doesn't count. Jelinski doesn't count. Hunter. Hunter is voted out. Alright, Ben voting for Hunter, Jelinski voting for Hunter, Hunter voting for Jelinski, Jem voting for Jelinski, Mariah voting for Jelinski, and Tiffany voting for Hunter. Alright, final 5. I should have probably looked, but it is Jem, Mariah, Ben, Jelinski, and Tiffany. What a great fight. You got a strength 9 alliance of Ben and Mariah and a strength 8 alliance of Jelinski and Tiffany. Yeah, no, Jem and Mariah have a strength 6. And we have a strength 8 alliance here of Ben and Jem. So, yes, Ben is some pretty good alliances there. Alright. Tiffany Jelinski wins immunity, also wins pasta at the sanctuary, shares it with Tiffany. Jelinski finds an idol. Jelinski impressing the rest of the team. Ben and Tiffany bond slightly. Mariah and Tiffany have a minor disagreement. Alright, Tribal Council. Jelinski uses his idol on Tiffany. Any votes cast against Tiffany will not count. Alright, votes. Tiffany doesn't count. Tiffany doesn't count. Tiffany doesn't count. Ben. Jem. There's a tie. A revote. Jem. Ben. Jem is voted out. Alright. Ben voting for Tiffany. Couldn't vote on the revote. Jelinski voting for Jem. He voted for Jem on the revote as well. Jem voting for Tiffany. And she couldn't vote on the revote. Mariah voting for Tiffany. Voting for Jem on the revote. Tiffany voting for Ben. She voted for Ben on the revote. Interesting. Final 4 of Ben, Jelinski, Mariah, and Tiffany. What a great Final 4. A strength 9 and a strength 8. So, Siga votes versus Yanu. So that's cool. Ben wins immunity. Jelinski and Mariah have a major fight. Jelinski and Tiffany find something in common. Tiffany is impressing the rest of the team. Ben rests at camp to restore his energy. Alright. Ben must grant safety to one castaway. He grants safety to Mariah. Jelinski and Tiffany must compete in the fire-making challenge. Tiffany wins. Jelinski is out of the game. So we get a final 3 of Ben, Mariah, and Tiffany. What a great final 3. Best final 3 in the history of Survivor. Obviously. Alright. Alright, let's see who wins. Alright. If it would load, that would be nice. If it would load. Load. No! Alright. Ben. Mariah. Tiffany. One vote Tiffany. One vote Mariah. One vote Ben. Tiffany. Mariah. Ben. 2 votes for everybody. Tiffany. Tiffany is the winner of the season. So Tiffany got 4 votes. Ben got 2 votes. Mariah got 2 votes there. Alright, Tiffany was winner. Alright, Zelensky voting for Tiffany. Hunter voting for Mariah. Jem voting for Mariah. Kenzie voting for Tiffany. TQ voting for Ben. Landon voting for Tiffany. Soda voting for Ben. Tevin voting for Tiffany. Interesting vote there. I kind of like that. Cool. Kenzie wins fans' favorite. Oh. There we go. Oh. Alright, so there you go. That's Survivor. There we go. Ooh, I can't believe it. Ben and Zelensky tied for most challenge wins. Oh, that's cool. Alright, time to re-simulate the entire season. Obviously. Just kidding. We're just going to go down to the bottom and see who wins. This time it's Ben, Tiffany, or Ben, Tim, and Venus. Voting for Venus, please. Who wins? Tim is the winner. Great season, obviously. Alright, there we go. That is going to be it for Resimulating Survivor 46. I guess if they do 47, if that comes out, maybe I'll do that one. And yeah. But yeah, that's going to be it. This is probably longer than the last episode. I don't know. Can't remember. Might be shorter. Actually, I think it is shorter. Last, I think 40, like the 45 one was like almost an hour long. I don't know. I can't remember how long this will be. But for now, that is going to be it for this video here. Yeah, thanks for watching.